Coming up on SRS.
We're just gonna pull it out, strip it down to a complete bare block.
Perfect example of a mint little rig. I'm talking about my code.
You wigging out yet?
I'm wigging hard. We have Cal's car in. What exactly are we doing, Job Man?
Cal's fitted the turbo kit up. We've dropped in a KPM Motorsport 1000 horsepower rated fuel pump.
Which we had no issues doing.
Not at all.
Not at all. Half a tank.
Turned into a full tank.
Turned into a very full tank.
Very well. I just got to run some turbo lines. We're also doing a cam upgrade in it as well, and a double row timing chain kit. And then Daniel has the fun job of making the exhaust system all work from there back.
Looking super forward to it.
Because that's what he's got to play with under there.
Yeah, no, I haven't even looked at it yet, don't want to.
You got to make that work with that.
That.
Yep.
All that. Ew.
Yeah, look, you're going to have a bit on. You might wig out by the end of it.
I'll be wigging hard, I tell you.
So just waiting for the cam to arrive, and then we can put it all back together and Daniel can start fabricating.
Make some magic. Put some sparkle in it, George, man.
Oh, and we're going electric power steering on it as well. So trying to squeeze the electric power steer pump with all the intercooler piping. Yes. And everything else is proving quite the mission, but Daniel's got the solution.
But it's what we do around here. We're a solution shop. We will make it work somehow. Don't know how yet, but we will do it because that's what we do best.
It's going to work.
It's going to work.
It will.
Yep. So.
That's it. Waiting for parts.
That's an upgrade on Cal's car. We've got a post here. Apparently we have to do something with that. Don't we?
Just like, comment and subscribe.
Like, comment and subscribe on my post. No, this is the start of the video. Don't be silly. You've got enough sparkle, George, man. I'll put enough sparkle in it then. As in, like, we leave it at that sparkle? Yeah. All right.
The arch just got me. It's doing the wee thing. Get a bung for it. Get a bung. Dash 6. Told you. I told him that was going to leak.
Hey.
Don't use derogatory terms around me.
George has died every day. Waiting for me. Pixels there, they look shady to me. O-R-O-U-S. I reckon that is a hole, is what I think. Tell me that doesn't look like a hole.
Okay, that doesn't look like a hole.
Okay.
This should be a 6 spud gun.
Alright. Huh? As you can, where are you going? As you can see, we've got the 2JZ out of the S15. Kind of got to the point where we were spending too much time trying to figure out what it could be in an effort to avoid pulling it out, and we've pretty much just ended up pulling it out. We rented out a very expensive smoke tester.
Bro! Oh, that was sick!
Pretty hard to come by, very hard to get a hands of, and they're like $600 an hour or something to actually, the smoke that's in them apparently is some special chemical that's really expensive. The problem with smoke tests that we were doing is there's too many variables. Not Daniel, he's solid as a rock. We couldn't really get like a conclusive yes. Exhausted our brains and everyone that we could get in contact with brains and everything like that, and have pretty much since just decided that we're just gonna pull it out. We're gonna strip it down to a complete bare block. Suspect number one at this point in time is we've got an internal pressure bleed in the system between the main pressure gallery and the oil. You can right a lot.
What? You're talking? Toolbox is about all that.
Well, it sounds like you were just laughing. having a high old time. Internal bleed between the main pressure gallery, which is the main gallery that supplies oil pressure to the engine, and the oil drains. So the oil drains start at the top of the head, oil comes up to the head, comes down through the drains, back down through the block and into the sump. So under information supplied to us via Bullet, they say that the oil drains run very close to the main pressure gallery, and if there's any deflection in the machining of those main pressure galleries, there is a potential for them to sort of crack into the oil drains, which would then allow our pressure gallery to leak into the drains, which would then decrease our restriction or our resistance in the block, which would therefore lower our oil pressure. And then obviously as the block gets hot, heats up, and the metal expands, that crack would become bigger, which would explain our tapering oil pressure. If we can completely rule out the block and completely rule out the head, then we can start looking elsewhere in the system, even though there's very few places left to look, nowhere else to go. We're at the end of the road. It's just one of those things where we can't, it's not an obvious problem, so there's not an obvious answer, unfortunately, where we're at. So that's what I'm doing. I'm stripping this down to a bare long block, and then we're gonna strip it down further from there. And then, yeah, that's what we're doing. That's where we're gonna go from. So, hope you enjoy. You have never seen me pull this engine down before, that's for sure. So if you wanna tune in and watch it for the first time, it's the first time. Is it? Oh, it is my first time, as you can see.
I need to follow that line. Yeah. That one. See that one? Down there? Just see it. I don't know if you can see it.
How close do you have to be within 20 mil?
Oh, within like, within that mil. Yeah. As long as I'm on this line here. See that one?
I think so.
Yeah, I've just got to make sure I'm on that line there.
Okay.
I should be right. They're all laying down. I want to lay down. Hello. Cause this is it. Daniel is just definition and the voice of local. I'm the D to the A and I'm the E to the L and
This you need daily, didn't you?
yeah, mate. Yeah, no. I purchased this one a little while ago. Now we had to wait for it to get here from Malaysia. As you can see, like it's in miles still. That's probably the only downfall about it all, because like I can't read miles because it is a kilometre range around here. I tried to win this Nexus, so I want to put my Nexus down in here, right? So you figured if I put a Nexus in there, it'll fill that spot.
It's a really good space filler.
It is, yeah. Good gap filler. Do you like the trim? It was 2-seater. I whacked another plug in here so we could fit all the boys in here. So we deleted the actual cigarette bit of it because smoking kills. People seem to charge their phones more than I smoke my ciggies these days, which is quite phenomenal. So I went and had a tilt tray on it. We knocked my tub back up here and it all falls out the tailgate. If anyone's following you, whip this puppy up here, tip out our load, right, and gives them essentially a speed bump to hit. When it's fully rewired with my Nexus, we've left these blank so we can have all our other controls. Because if we didn't have our certain controls for the Nexus, then
How are you going to page up?
how can we page up? I'm probably going to remove this bar. So how can I put a rear vision mirror there with a bar? Because there's not a bar vision rear. I don't know how to spell Coyote, so I spelled it K-I-O-T-I. Dyslexic, yeah, still dropped out of school. It did happen. Isn't that what they do?
Yeah.
I've got fuel right here, fella. Perfect example of a mint little rig. I'm talking about my Coyote. Yeah, the boys over Engage, they engaged us into doing some things that we said we weren't gonna do again, only because they're a good bunch of snags. We've gone and done another snorkel on the Coyote. Very straightforward, just comes off the airbox obviously, down under there. Here's your factory one. Wasn't much of a snorkel. Didn't even do this, didn't even run up here. So obviously if you put this in moisture, if you got water in it, you drown it. We've done what they've asked, we've put a snorkel on it. It's 2-inch stainless. We've got a silicone joiner in between just for easier removable. Anyway, turned out quite nice, quite uniform. We're gonna start doing kits. My floor is beautiful, a bit dirty. You all know that you gotta let diesel glow. That's what I just did, I let it glow. Put on the brake, kicker in the guts. You got your PDO down here, mate, which puts your tub up. There you go, and as you can see, our snorkel comes down, runs through silicone joiner, ducks across here, near the exhaust where the exhaust runs, dips down here, and we've had to dip it down from the airbox just so our ram can clear. Because if we didn't have clearance from the ram, then it would hit, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. So yeah, that's our Kioti, that's our snorkel. It's quite fitting, looks beautiful, wouldn't have it any other way. Another job done and dusted, George, man, and everyone watching. I've read in the comments, you're liking the content, so me and the boys in the shop will make sure we keep up the good content for y'all. Leave it at that? Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Stop!
Go away.
Stop! Leave me alone. Serious, I'll look at it.
Daniel's a dog.
Fuck, geez, bro.
Only if I get
It's mine. Not yours, it's mine. George, it's not up to you to tell me how much slurp I'm allowed to have. It's mine. Who has longer reach? I think I've got it. Do we?
that it was already leaning is the way that I was going.
Oh, sorry, sir. I'm not gonna lie. I believe this sump is on here. If any of you at home are watching this and want to tell me otherwise, we've got 7, 8, 3, 2, 6. Is that the firing order? Ooh. Oh wait, I can see everything now. The oil doesn't taste too bad, George. The Penrite, it doesn't taste like any metal shavings in the oil, which is a good sign. You didn't get a crunch behind it. Normally, like if there's metal in the oil, you get a crunch when you taste it. So I'm glad, yeah, we'll try this bit. No metal in that one either.
Welcome.
Hit him with it.
We got the Fraggle box. I don't know what Fraggle means, but covered.
Isn't that fragile?
No, it's Fraggle. It's
Fragile.
very strong.
Get out of town.
This is the billet block. This is the 2J stripped block. It's completely empty. There's nothing in it. We stripped it down to a complete bit. You want to get in the Vendy?
No, but it's full again.
No, you just moved them from over there to over there.
Oh.
Stripped it down to a completely bare block and to inspect it a bit more. Found a few more suspicious but non-conclusive items. But it's enough sort of surmountable evidence for us to be led to believe that there is some form of deformity or manufacturing error or etc. with the block. So Bullet, obviously, really good guys. No worries at all. Said box it up, send it back to us, we'll check it out. So that's what we've done. We boxed it up, we're going to send it to them, they're going to check it all out, x-ray it, make sure it's whatever. Hopefully for us, they say, yeah, look, there was something wrong with it. That's a best case of a worst case scenario. So got it boxed up here, it's going to come get picked up shortly and sent off, and then we'll update you when it is back. And that's it. Goodbye 2JZ.
Block. Buy now, block. I like that.
Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe on the YouTube videos.
Exactly.
It's the last week to enter the giveaway. You're running out of time. Go and enter.
Go and enter.
Get a free 5K little cash bonus for Christmas. How good would that be?
That'd be fantastic.
Wouldn't it?
Or a Nexus.
or a Nexus if you choose to have a Nexus. Or
That's your call.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. So
You
go
just
to the
have to
Facebook
be
page,
in it to win it.
Go to the Facebook page and find the giveaway post. It should be at the top. Do all the things.
In the link in the
That's it. That's all
description
you got to do.
below.
Subscribe to the channels and you're in. See you, bye. We're going to start working on a yellow S15 now. One without a 2J.
Bye.
Bye.
So, what else did we do on this? So we went out and what? It's fun. I bet you no one would cancel me.
I bet you everyone would.
I bet you they won't go. Go look at their comments.
I hate you.
Go read their comments.
They all say about Daniel bloke.
I see in a lot of the comments, they're like, get that young fella on board. Shut up.
I could poo out your pants.
See that there? No, that is wrong. Because I'm taking my box.
Don't.
I need a box.
Fuck off, George. You're in the way.
Daniel's full of sparkle. Oh, yeah, there's a hole in the concrete. What was I saying?